Hello students, hope you all are good. I am Cheshta. I am assistant professor at Maharishi University in School Engineering and Technology Department, and in this lecture we are going to cover inheritance in Java. So initially, what is inheritance? Inheritance means something to inherit. What inherit? Like you all have inherited features from your parents. So in inheritance is the important mechanism of object-oriented programming. So what is, firstly we'll talk about what is object-oriented programming. The programming in which we explain the classes, we represent the classes and objects in the form of we represent the real world entities into classes and objects. So what are objects? The real world entities. So when we talk about one or more classes, we can relate the classes with each other. So how we can relate the classes? With the help of inheritance. So inheritance, when we have one class and another class, so one class can inherit the feature of another class. So inheritance is the important pillar of object-oriented programming where we can relate two classes. Inheritance is the mechanism in which one class is allowed to inherit the features. What are the features? What features we are talking about? Fields and methods. The methods we define in classes, we define it as in the inheritance of another class. So inheritance is a relationship. Now what is a relationship? Like if I talk about I have a class vehicle and I have a class car. So car class can inherit the features of vehicle class, like vehicle and car. So car class can inherit the features of vehicle class. So I can say it as vehicle is a car. It says is a relationship. So when one class is giving its features and another class is getting the features of the other class, so the class which is giving feature is called its parent class, and the class which is inheriting the features is called the child class. So shall we move forward? I think inheritance is clear. It is a mechanism in which one class can inherit all the features, all its methods and properties into another class. So why we need inheritance? Why we are inheriting? Why we are giving the features to another class? Let's talk about it. Why do we need inheritance? So initially, the primary goal of inheritance is for code reusability. Like we are writing many codes in inheritance. Many codes means large amount of codes we are getting. So in large amount of code, we tend to repeat the code for the same. The code is repeated many times. So to reduce the repetition and to reduce the redundancy and to increase the efficiency of our program, code reusability should be there. Like when we define a class, we write its methods in the class. So when we are writing another class and giving its features, so we cannot declare that methods again in our child class. Why? Because the methods we have declared in the parent class can also goes to the child class. Second method is method overriding. Now what is method overriding? Method overriding can be used in polymorphism, which is our next topic. So in method overriding, when we declare a class in the parent class and can declare the same method in the child class itself, so that method is override. So I'll explain it more in that sense. Like if I declare a class A and declare a method M1 in A class, writing some codes and operations in the M1, and I am extending class, I am using inheritance, like I have not declared it yet. So I am using inheritance in class and getting the same method in the child class. So by writing the same method, by creating this object, by using the same method, when I call this method with the help of object, then the object call will be done to the child class. So child class can inherit, child class can override the parent class. Child class override the parent class, so we are protecting the parent class here. Next method we have abstraction. For abstraction we use inheritance. What is abstraction? Abstraction is data hiding. What is data hiding? We are protecting our methods. We are protecting our methods and protecting our class. So in parent class, when I write these some methods and the child class, I am writing the same methods. So we can protect the parent class methods and child class method can be used for the. So we'll explain the both topics in the next class. So our main primary goal for this class is code reusability. How we can reuse the code using inheritance. So moving forward. These are the terms that we can use in inheritance, like child class. I have told you, like if we have a vehicle class, like say it is a vehicle class and it is a car class. So vehicle class is inheriting, let's suppose, features of car class is inheriting features of vehicle class. So here vehicle class is called the super class, which is giving its features, which is giving its methods to the child class, and car class is called the subclass child class. Like you are inheriting features from your parent now. So the parents are giving feature, so they are the parent. So the which is giving feature is the parent class, and the car class is called the child class, which is getting the features from it. So these class can also be called as super class, parent class, or also as a base class. It is a base for all other classes, we can say it. In the child class can be called as child class, derived class, extended class, or subclass. So you can call it as a parent-child relationship, or you can call it as a super class and subclass relationship. So I think these terms are clear. So I'll say a lot as child class or parent class. So moving forward, how we use inheritance, like how we implement inheritance in Java code. So extend keywords is used to inherit one class from the another class. Extends keywords, like this is the syntax I am showing. The class, we have a child class, and child class is extending the features from the parents class. Like if I talk about vehicle class and car class, so when I create vehicle class as class vehicle and writing some of the features of vehicle class, like I am writing one method as m1 and giving its features, and now I am creating the car class. So what should I write it as? Class car extends vehicle. Like initially we have child class name, then we write extends methods, and then we write parent class name, and after writing the opening the curly braces, we can write methods in the child class. Okay. So extends keyword is used to get the class. Like car class can be here, class car extends vehicle. So it says car is a vehicle. It says is a relationship where vehicle properties is used by car, is inherited by car, and car it using its all its way, and car need not to declare these methods again. Okay, forward. This is one of the example of inheritance in which we have declared a class employee, in which I have created one variable as salary. I have declared int salary as 60,000. Now I am inheriting this employee class to engineer class. So what should I write? Class engineer extends employee, in which I have given benefits, the other variable. So I have not declared salary in the engineer class. I have just declared as int benefits. So when I class my driver class, main class, when I write, so in main class, I create objects. So how we create objects? By writing the child class. Object in inheritance, object should be always be created of the child class. So what is our child class? It is the engineer class. So as engineer E1, this is the object name. New keyword is used to instantiate the object, and engineer class. So this is the constructor. So engineer E1 equal to new engineer. Now in system.out.print, like by using this object, what should I write? By this object, I can access this variable and this variable. So how should I write? I'll write it as E1 dot salary. So it is the variable. So when I write E1 dot salary, what should it access? 60,000. And when I write E1 dot benefits, so in E1 dot benefits, what will it give? 10,000. So I have not written the salary or the properties and behaviors in the child class. But when I access child class from its object, then it will give me value. How it will give? So when I write extends, its features are inherited in child class. So see, I have written it all. System.out.println salary, some output to be given, then E1 dot salary and E1 dot benefits. So what output should be printed? 60,000 and 10,000. So this is how inheritance works by using the extends keyword. So I can use the methods also, like if I write void method m1 and give some methods like system.out.println, if I say hello in method m1 in the parent class, and in the child class I will create method m2. So in method m2 I'll give system.out.println welcome. So when I create the object and I call E1 dot m1, so when I say E1 dot m1, what will it give? It will give me hello. So by extending its class and by getting the object, we can inherit the features from the parent's class. So this is the major example of code reusability, when we do not need to repeat the code again in the another class. So it will give me only reusability. So our primary goal of the inheritance is code reusability, and we are achieving it. Okay, let's move further. Types of inheritance. We have many types of inheritance. Number one, single, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple and hybrid. So in Java, we use only 3 types of inheritance, that is single, multi-level and hierarchical, because multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance is not supported in Java. I explain it further, why we don't use it. Let's explain it first. Single inheritance, hierarchical and multiple. Okay, moving forward. First, single inheritance. So what is single inheritance? When only one class inherit features from another one class only. So we are not getting many classes here. One class is inheriting features from the another class. So class inherits another class is known as single inheritance. Like here, B class is getting features from the A class. So arrow showing upward shows B is inheriting features from the A class. So here B is what class? Subclass, and A is superclass, or we can say at parent class. Clear? So we'll see the code of single inheritance. Like here I have created parent class as animal and given method as void eat. So in eat, printing is output is showing eating. I have created one another dog class, like animal class is there and dog class is there. So in dog class is inheriting features from the animal class. So what we write? Class dog extends animal. So in animal dog class, given method as void bark and system.out.println barking. So in our driver class, where we have public static void main, I have created object of child class. Object should always be created of child class. So as dog D new dog. So we have here class name with parenthesis, D is the object name and new is the keyword to instantiate the class. So by using object, we call our methods. What are the methods? As eat, so we'll write D dot eat and we write as D dot bark. So what should be printed? As eating and barking. So we need not to write eat method again in the animal, in the dog, because dog can also eat. We know that animal features are the dog features, but not all the animals can bark. So only animal class is extended to dog class and dog class can bark. Fine. Single inheritance is one class to another class. Okay. Let's move further to next type, multi-level inheritance. So when we have chain of inheritance is known as multi-level inheritance. Here we have level classes from levels by level, like one level, another level, and the second class is inherited by the third class. So here B is the intermediary class, B class is getting features from A class, and further C class is getting features from B class. So it is the grandparent class, it is the parent, and it is the child class. So child class directly cannot access its features from the parent class. So firstly, grandparent class give its feature to parents, then parents can give its features to child class. So here A class serves as a base class for all parent class, B class is the derived class of A and intermediary class, and further B class give its feature to C class because we cannot directly access the grandparents member. Okay, let's see its codes, how it works. So in this, firstly animal class is created, which is our base class, or we can say grandparent class as animal class. Okay. Further, we have dog class, which is getting its features from the animal class as dog extends animal. So I have given either method as eat and given method as bark in the animal class. Then dog class is getting, it's giving its features to baby dog class, which is the child class. So baby dog class is getting features from the dog class getting features from the animal class. So it is multi-level inheritance. So in our main method, I have created object of child class. Object should always be created of child class as baby dog D equal to new baby dog. So when I access, so eat method is accessible to dog class, bark method is accessible to baby dog class. So when we access these methods from the child class, child object as D dot eat, so will it print? Yes, it would print. Why? Because eat method is accessible to dog class. Eat method is accessible to dog class, and dog class it's giving its feature to baby dog class. So eat method is accessible to baby dog class also. So when I write D dot eat, it will give me as eating. So this is multi-level inheritance when we access classes from level by level. So it is also example of code reusability when we are reuse the code and need not to write these two methods again in our baby dog class. Okay, moving further to next, hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical, in hierarchy. So when we have a root class, we can give its hierarchy, like it would have two child, this class would further have two child. So this is hierarchy. So in hierarchy, we have one root class, one base class, and many other classes can inherit the same class, like get its features from the same class. So here A class serves as a base class, and B, C and D, all three classes are getting its features from the A class. Okay, let's see its code, how it works. So first, animal class is declared and method of animal as eat is declared. So I am giving its features to dog class. Dog class extends animals. Dog is getting features. Now animal class is the parent class. Fine. Dog class, it's one hierarchy, and cat class is one hierarchy. So both cannot have the same features. Both have different features, but both have the same features from animal class. So this is hierarchy. Dog extends animals and give bark. Cat also extends animals, not dog. This is not multi-level. It's getting features from the animal class. So it is void meow and giving meow. So when I create object as cat C equal to new cat, so I can access what features? As I can access eat and meow. Why? Because I am not getting features from the dog class. So when I write d dot bark, what it should give me? It will give me error. Why? Because we are not getting features from dog class this time, we are getting from animal class. Okay. So this is hierarchical inheritance. So that's all about the type of inheritance. So here I have mentioned like multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance is not supported by Java. Why? Let's talk about this. Because in multiple inheritance, one child class is getting features from two different classes. So let us assume we have M1 method here and we have M1 method here also. Like I'll say both class is showing as sum. Okay, I'll create some method here. Both class have some method. So when I write object, when I create object of the child class and child class call sum, so it will get confused which sum it is calling. So we are not clear about which sum it will get. So it will give me ambiguity. It will arise ambiguity. So Java will not support multiple inheritance because it is giving me ambiguity, because both sums cannot be called at the same time. It can be only one sum. Okay, so this is multiple inheritance which is not supported in Java. Same in hybrid. Here one class is getting features from two classes and this two class is getting features. So this part is fine. When we are up to this class, this is only hierarchical inheritance. But in hybrid, when we get features from both classes, it also shows ambiguity. So by inheritance, multiple and hybrid is not supported, whereas by interfaces, which is another topic of Java, is it will run multiple inheritance. By interfaces, we can solve this problem and we are getting multiple inheritance. Okay, fine. So this is all about types of inheritance. Coming to our last topic, disadvantages of Java. So what are disadvantages? We have advantages. So what are the advantages? Here is code reusability is its advantage. We can reuse the code many times. We can achieve abstraction and we can do method overriding. Okay, so it has some disadvantages as complexity. What will be the complexity? Like in hierarchical inheritance, we are getting its roots from the parent class. But what if this class can also have two further child classes? And what if this class would also serve as two further child classes? So giving the hierarchy to this and further to this will arise complexity in our nature. So to clear this complexity, it is one of the disadvantages of inheritance. One of the disadvantage, we cannot do with the complexity. Second is our tight coupling. So what do you mean by tight coupling? Means we have vehicle class like animal class, vehicle class, and another class is the car class. So we have defined some features in vehicle class as M1, M2, M3. We have defined the features, and if we want to change these methods in the car class, if we want to change these methods in the vehicle class, so it is one of the disadvantage. We cannot change this method in the vehicle class. Why? Because it is already giving features to the car class. So when we change M1 method in the vehicle class, these will reflect in the car class also. So car class is completely dependent. Coupling means dependency. So car class is completely dependent on the vehicle class. So when we change any method or any variable in vehicle class, it will reflect in the car class. So we have to think before we change. So it has tight coupling. So that's what I write. Difficult to make changes to the super class without affecting the child class, because child class is always affected when we change features when we change any method in the parent class. Okay, so that's all for the inheritance in Java. In the next class, we'll learn another feature of Java, which is polymorphism, that we have discussed in method overriding. So polymorphism is explained in the next class. So that's all for this class. Thank you so much.